Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful connecting with you, saying hi. Hello, how do you do? What is happening? What's going on with you? Blessings, blessings, and more blessings I speak unto you. For those who will be live, yes, 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 let's do it. For those who will hashtag and replay it, I love it. For those who will be on, I don't know you on, and I might not never know you on, I could appreciate that. And then for those who will be used by God at some point down the road to encourage this girl, let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do. Hey, Cuckoo, good morning. I love you right back. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, what are we talking about? Virginia Sellers, Virginia from Virginia. Yes, yes. Good morning, my sister. I forgot about these. Today we are talking about healthy communication. Healthy communication. I want to just talk, have an open conversation about healthy communication. And, you know, I'll start off by saying decide that it will be you. As opposed to writing, decide that it won't be you. Meaning that it won't be you who engages in unhealthy communication. That it won't be you who fails to ask the question. That it won't be you who feelings are hurt so easily. Like who assumes the worst out of people. Just decide that it won't be you. That it won't be you that spreads negative information. That it won't be you who it's the low frequency emitting energy in the room. That it won't be you, I mean, from a mess perspective, that you won't be messy. Let's just decide that it ain't gonna ever be me, okay? That ain't gonna be me. Let's just make that decision so that our life experiences are better, so that we can get the most out of our life experiences. You know, that's all I'm saying. Let's just decide. It won't be me, right? It won't be me. Can you make that decision with me? Or a better way of asking is that it will be me. It will be me who decide to speak life instead of death. That it will be me who decides to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, trust the history. That it will be me who is the one that will have the hard conversation, the difficult conversation. That it will be me who will ask the question. That will ask the question. That it will be me who makes the phone call, who sends the text, who takes the trip, who gives another opportunity of reconciliation when it's healthy. Remember, all of this is from a healthy perspective. I am saying none of this from an unhealthy perspective. All of this from a healthy perspective. That it will be me who extends grace, right? That it will be me who speaks truth to power, but speaks life, but speaks it from a life giving perspective, right? That it will be me that will build bridges and that will be inclusive and not exclusive. That it will be me. Let's make those decisions. Let me just say, we can be the kind of people who sit in the shadows and believe that that look was about me and that that person had an issue. Or we could take the other path and say, well, no, like we don't, there, Do you know how many other reasons that you could have gotten a look? Do you know how many reasons it could be? Like, I personally just like looking at people. I do. I enjoy watching people because I love people. So I enjoy watching people. But I am careful as to how I look. Good morning, Ray Price. Thank you for your prayers, especially within the African American community, because you can't just be looking at people. And that has a long historic background. I understand. It kind of comes through, hey, Danita, it kind of comes through our history. So I get why we can't just be looking at people. But I do watch people. I'm a people watcher. And I enjoy watching people. Like, I'm intrigued by humans. So, but do you know that if there's an assumption that someone is looking at you in a nefarious way or negative way, right? It could be also positive. It could also be that they're looking at you in a neutral way or in a positive way. When I'm looking, I'm pretty neutral to positive, right? Rarely am I looking in the negative. Rarely. And if I'm looking in the negative, I'm going to catch myself pretty quickly because most of the time, I mean, like if I don't know you, if I know you, I'm probably not looking in the negative. If I don't know you, I'm definitely probably not looking because why would I? I don't know you. Okay. Anyhow, I just invite us to healthy communication. First of all, let's start off with healthy communication within ourselves. How do you talk to you? How do you talk to you? What language do you use to talk to yourself? How do you focus on you? What attention do you give yourself? What energy do you give yourself? What are the things that you say to you? How do you talk to you? That's the first question. What do you say to yourself? Whether you're doing well, do you congratulate yourself? Do you give yourself a pat on the back? Do you tell yourself, well done? Do you speak love and life and lift to you? Or do you speak against yourself? Are you you should have, what's wrong with you? You always, don't nobody bring me no bad news. Right? No, we don't get to talk to me like that. You don't get to talk to you. I mean, hey, cousin, love you. Happy Monday back to you. I love you right back. Look, so I'm just saying, how do you talk to you? Number one. Then, number two, how do you speak to those closest to you? How do you speak to those closest to you? Do you say good morning? Do you say nice to see you? Do you ever say I love you? Do you say I appreciate you? Do you say I missed you when you were gone? Do you say it's so good to see you? Do you say job well done? Do you say, you like me, your presence makes a difference to me? Like, how do you speak to those who are close to you? Hey, honey, that's one of my, hey, honey. Do you know how do you do that? It makes a difference in life, y'all. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. There is scientific research that talks about the difference it makes when you talk to your plants. That plants that receive life-giving words they grow better, right? They grow better. They have more life in them. Plants that receive life-giving words, okay? So it makes a difference how you talk to living things. How you talk to living things make a difference. How you speak to living things. So, how do you speak to living things, beloved? How do you speak to you, a living thing? How do you speak to those who you're, closest to a living thing? How do you do that? Number two, how do you speak to others who you're not close to? One of the things that I don't even know who I heard say it, but they said a testament to a person's character is how they speak to those who um just say like who are lower in social economic status. So for instance, how a CEO speaks to those who clean the buildings, how a CEO speaks to a parking attendant, right? So how do you speak to those who serve you, who might hold the door for you, who might be the ones who are cashing you out, who are the ones who are, emptying the garbage containers or whatever? How do you speak to those? How do you think about those individuals? That's a testament to your character. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What does a hi cost? Like a hi, hello, how are you? What does it cost you to ask those questions? So I am just really encouraging you this week to I'm encouraging you this week to begin to consider what kind of communication do you have? On a scale of 1 to 10, how healthy is your communication pattern? How healthy is your communication pattern? How healthy is the communication you have with yourself? How healthy is the communication you have with others? How healthy is your communication? Do you speak life more often than not? Do you catch yourself when you're not speaking life? Do you make amends? Are you transparent, or are you secretive and hiding and expect people to read your mind? I'm just saying, if you don't say it, why should people know it? If you don't say it, right? So, of course, we live with people long enough. There are some things we know about people. There are some things that we can surmise about people because we live with them, because we know them, because we've been in relationship for years. But also, I've been with my husband since we were 15 and 17. Okay. I'm 63. He older than me. I'm just saying. And high school. Yes, high school. Do the math. Do the math. And still we gotta make sure we're on the same page when we're communicating. We have to make sure we're on the same page. We have to make sure that we're hearing what each other is saying. Like that there are no assumptions about what we're doing. Let's not leave stones unturned. Ask the question, beloved. Ask the question. Invite again and again and again. It's just like there's some things that they don't really confuse me. I understand them. There's some things like people have their own stuff, and people's stuff will paint pictures that don't really exist. Do you see? People's stuff will paint pictures that don't really exist. So let me give you an example. I have like hosted Thanksgiving in our family for years and years and years and years. And our family has gone through evolutions. There was a point in time that like all of our family came together for the most part. My mother was the oldest of 8 girls. And so she and most of her siblings, girl siblings, lived here. She had 2 older brothers and both of them died early. And so we grew up with mainly the aunts, right? And so so at a certain point, I don't really remember Thanksgiving younger now that I'm thinking out loud, like where we went. But at a certain point, it started for a long time, it was hosted by my mom and my older sister for the most part. And then when we bought our home, and that's been eons ago, and it's not that long ago, maybe 30 years ago. We bought our home, and I started hosting because I just thought it was right for them, for somebody else to do it, for them to not have to be the ones to do. So I just said, I'll host Thanksgiving from now on. And so at that point, it was still diverse across the board. A lot of the aunts and cousins, the second, third cousins, and everybody was still coming to one location. And then, families, things start to be different, and people go different directions. People get their own families. They want to do different things. No harm, no foul. But like mine was never a closed event, right? But it becomes interesting over time. And I get how it happens when some people end up thinking, well, they didn't tell me I could come. Let's just say for the record, you could come. Like, I'm never her. I am never the one who would say someone could not come. Never. And so and so for me, but I'm also a mental health practitioner. I'm a licensed professional counselor, and I've studied psychology, and I just love people, and I've served in all kind of other roles. However, so I get it. I get how it gets there. But what I want to invite us to is check the reality of a thing that you are making your decisions on. Is that true? Is it true? Is it real? Or is it something that you feel? Now, I'm not saying your feeling isn't real. Your feeling is real for you, but does your feeling align with the reality of the thing that actually happened? Do you see? And so healthy communication, y'all, fam, and I'm talking about family across in life in general. I'm talking about the human race, humans, fam. Decide that it will be you. Decide that you will be a healthy communicator. Decide that you will be the one that build the bridges, that you will be the one that plug the dam, that you will be the one that spreads the grace, that you will be the one that models honor, that you will be the one that loves well. Decide that it will be you. Okay? All right. I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. And let's just think about it. How can we adjust our communication in a way and shift some actions that healthy communication is a norm for us? All right. Have a fantastic, at the moment that God gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, you and I, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You are amazing. Have a fantastic day. Bye bye now.